Africa is a vast land, and there are no shortage of opportunities for inspiration, for hope, and for beauty. It is a bucket list destination, yet even after visiting, it's not a place we can just check off the list. Witnessing animals in their natural habitat without care of walls, cages, or even borders is truly unique, while sharing the spirit of its people who embody the beating heart of Africa left us wanting for more. Join us as we embark on an 11-day safari across Kenya and Tanzania and find out why a safari is unforgettable.
All right, I am feeling really excited right now. We are just about packed, getting the last things in the suitcase, and we're getting ready to head out on our safari. First up is Lake Nakuru, so hopefully we'll see some flamingos and some rhinos today. It has, I think, the largest population of rhinos. Not sure what to expect, but I know it's going to be great.
30 years we've been planning this trip, so hopefully we're excited. I'm excited. I think we're both excited. We're gonna go downstairs, meet our driver, and then head out to Lake Nakuru, so it should be a fun day. In this 3-part travel film series, we do an 11-day safari through the heart of Africa, visiting both southern Kenya and northern Tanzania. We booked our trip with Raja Tours, and in part 1, we go from bustling Nairobi to Lake Nakuru National Park, and then on to the Masai Mara National Park. In parts 2 and 3, we travel into northern Tanzania to explore the Serengeti National Park and the Ngorongoro Crater, before crossing back into Kenya to visit Amboseli National Park and return to Nairobi to learn about coffee farming and our flight out. All the safari vehicles picking up people are here.
The adventure begins now.
We set off from Nairobi for the 4-hour drive to Lake Nakuru.
Now it's cleared out so we can see the valley. Just checked into our room. 2 huge beds. We could even each have our own bed if we wanted to. But the best part is our amazing, gorgeous terrace with a view. So we're gonna head out to Lake Nakuru, which that is Lake Nakuru, and it has the largest population of flamingos. So hopefully we'll see some flamingos. So it should be great this afternoon. We have about an hour and we're gonna go out.
This view doesn't suck. This is a pretty stunning view for our first day. Bummer we don't get to have time to use the pool, because we got our first game drive. As we climbed into the safari truck, our anticipation was high. We didn't know what to expect, but we knew we didn't want to wait any longer.
Can you see the pelicans?
Yep.
The bats?
Bunch of flamingos right here, and then pelicans over here.
Unfortunately, due to global warming, rising water levels, and pollution, there is less algae in the lake, and the flamingo numbers have decreased. We were lucky to see the few that we did. Single file line. All the drivers sort of talk to each other and let them know when they've seen other things. So we're off to see some rhinos. Hopefully they were spotted by another driver, another game driver. So hopefully when we get there, there's still rhinos. Pride of lions, like 4 lions here. Yeah, there's a little hidey hole over here. equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's another one back there.
Okay, what an incredible 2 hours. Our very first drive of the trip. And we saw so many animals. We've seen lions, we've seen
Buffalo.
water buffalo, we've seen giraffe, we've seen
Rhino.
rhino.
We saw a rhino.
Did see a rhino, although I'm sure our pictures are not the best, but we saw one. We saw flamingos, we
Impala.
saw lots of pumbas, and these little, tiny little guys called dik-diks. They're cute, they're little, and they're hard to kind of pick out.
So you're saying small dik-diks are cute?
They are.
We just ordered some drinks. I think we're pretty tired from the drive. It's exhausting because you're bouncing around, you're standing.
Pretty awesome.
Looking through the rooftop. But these drinks will go down easy, and then we have dinner. And then early to bed because we have a 7 a.m. start tomorrow. This has been an amazing trip, and we're only day 1. It's a smooth road.
So the last few days here, it's been raining a lot. The original place we were supposed to stay got completely washed out by heavy rains. So now we're staying at another lodge, but it's on one side of the river. So being that it's on the one side of the river, we've had to come a huge long way around.
So we keep having to stop, lower tire pressure to get through some really muddy areas. Right now our driver's trying to figure out how to get past this one wash or
Several.
and there's a truck coming now that's trying to get through. Oh my lord. So we can see this truck is trying to get through. It is quite precarious. So we've just come into the Masai Mara, the triangle part of it. Tanzania is to the south, Mara River's to our left. And we've just came through the gate, and we're heading to our hotel, the Savannas. Named in honor of the Masai people, the Masai Mara is contiguous with the Serengeti National Park in Tanzania and is the northern terminus of the Great Migration. We've already seen elephants, giraffes, lots of elephants.
We just saw several giraffes just hanging out in the middle of the road. I think this'll do.
Look at the view all the way through the lobby. You see the Mara right through those windows. What's amazing is that this just seems like it goes on forever. You cannot see a town, a building, any other structure. Obviously you got the hotel right here, but overlooking the entire Mara is just open savanna. This is what you dream of when you think of African safari, when you think of going to the Masai Mara, just this wide open plain. It's all right here. We were supposed to be staying at the Ilakaliani camp. Like a lot of camps, I think there was 18 in total. They were all washed out. While it's not a camp, it's gorgeous. And the best thing, besides the room being super comfortable, looks super comfortable, is an amazing view up from up high, looking down over the Masai Mara.
So the one piece of advice they gave us at the front desk was to always keep the door shut to our little balcony, because the baboons here are pretty naughty little guys and they will come in and steal your stuff.
So it's not just keep them closed, we have to lock the balcony doors because they know how to open them. No baboons are allowed to enter our room. Head out on a short game drive. We got here late, had a late lunch, so maybe an hour, hour and a half, we'll see what we see. But from what we can see from our balcony and from this terrace, as well as the drive-in, we should hopefully see quite a bit. When we left the hotel, there were 7 or 8 that were heading out, and we can't see any other vans or trucks. So this is great. It feels like we're in this park by ourselves.
There's something over here right to the left-hand side.
There was a hippo back in that pool, but we missed it. We couldn't see it. We saw just the nose, and then it submerged. Oh well. Keep on looking. They look like just little mounds of dirt.
So every little rock hump you see in the distance, you think it's some sort of animal, but it's really just a rock.
It was just a tuft of grass. They thought it was a cheetah sitting in there, but just a big tuft of grass. Gray and dark over there. That's Tanzania, and it's raining. So it pretty much is raining all across the Serengeti. So when we go to Serengeti, we might have a lot of rain, but we'll see. There's an elephant just down the pathway here, blocking our forward progress, but we're just going to sit here and wait.
We can't go anywhere.
We can't go anywhere. We're fine with it. We're fine with not going anywhere.
Beautiful.
This is why we came to Africa. Oh my God, he's going to lay down right there. Of course, word travels fast. We got all the other vehicles behind us, and there's one in front of us now. And the elephant is still sitting there. He's not moving, so we're not sure how long we have to wait him out here. But we can't move. We can't interfere with him. We can't anger or frustrate him or do anything like that. So we just have to sit and wait. There we go. Oh, you are so interesting. So the word Mara in the Masai language means spotted or dots. And that comes from all the little trees, all the little bushes that are out on the savannah, out on the Mara, that makes them look just like little dots.
This morning we're gonna head out in a few minutes and do a game drive. We're gonna take a big loop around down by the river, come back, have some lunch. This afternoon is gonna be our visit to the school, so that should be an awesome experience.
We have a break later today in between game drives. So we're gonna jump in the pool later, or relax at least by it, and enjoy the view. There are so many safari trucks pulling up in the morning to grab passengers to head out on safari or leave the resort to go to their next park or airport or wherever. So it's always a tight fit trying to get all the safari vehicles in, out, everyone loaded, unloaded. It's a little bit of like organized chaos. Climb on in. All right, let's go. You're sniffing something. So one of the things that's important is safety, and we've just come down to the river and it's really kind of flooded. All the trails are flooded. So if we get stuck, we're kind of vulnerable. So we're backing up and heading into a different direction where we hopefully won't get stuck. Just saw 3 buffalo, but there might be a herd up ahead, so we're gonna head over there and see. There it is.
A little bit further.
We got a herd of buffalo here, and all the egrets are around eating the grasshoppers that buffalo disturb. And they also keep eye out as well. They kind of look around to see if there's any threats coming their way. So that's what we imagine Africa to look like in all the books that we read growing up, is the savannah, the plains, herd of buffalo.
So it really is the luck of the draw out here. We've been on our game drive this morning, and so far we've seen a bunch of buffalo. We saw a hyena and a jackal as well, but we've not seen any elephants in the distance. We've not seen any giraffe in the distance. So it's really a crapshoot every time you go out.
So that was pretty cool. We got to see some lions sitting there. They looked like they were scoping out. Some zebras off in the distance, maybe for their lunch later today. But they eat every couple days. So maybe today is the day.
We're heading to the pool now. We have our school supplies and we're gonna go visit a school.
We had wanted to find a way to support the local community by donating school supplies, and our guide arranged for us to visit a local primary school.
Okay, so we just went to the primary school here, right out, not too far outside of the gates of the park. And they performed for us. Pretty awesome.
We didn't expect the whole song and dance and the full-on presentation of the school, but it was really cool. You know, we made our donation. It's not large in the scheme of things, but it seemed like it was appreciated. So now we're heading back into the park and do a small game drive before dinner. Without moving. Surrounded by giraffe.
I'm so happy. I think giraffes are now going to be my favorite animal.
It was crazy how many of them there were right here, just standing by the side of the road.
Wildest dreams did I think I would stop and take a selfie with an elephant.
Wow. Yeah, he's not happy. That elephant was not happy that we were driving past him. But we were trying to get past him to not interfere with him. But there's a lot of elephants down in this area of the park, and a lot of giraffes. This is a good area. Racing back, curfew at 7 p.m. and we've got about 15 kilometers to go. So we gotta get back fast, otherwise we're gonna be fined. It's our second full day here in Masai Mara, and we have 2 game drives, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. And I think we're gonna try and get onto the other side of the park. He thinks that there's a bridge that we may be able to cross. If not, there's a whole other part of the park we have not seen yet. So we're gonna head out and get on the truck. We're slipping and sliding all over the place here, trying to get down a trail. We were able to figure it out and get moving again. This is the problem with the rains and the mud is on the trails, makes it really difficult to get around. So we just rolled up on a lion kill, and there's looks like 3 lions that we can see, and there's a bunch of jackals and hyenas right next to it, and they're all waiting for the lions to move on so they can get in there and scavenge. But so the lions are just holding court and making sure that the scavengers don't get any of their kill. The hyenas are circling, the jackals are circling. It's a waiting game, so when the lions finish, the jackals and the scavengers will just move right on in and eat what's left. Some have gotten kind of close, tried to get a quick bite, but so far the lions have kept them at bay. Little pod of zebras. 2 heads and a butt. There's the zebras there. Just on the other side of these trucks is the lion kill. And there's a hyena walking up right behind us. He's pretty bold.
It was pretty cool to see.
We got the zebras, we got the lion kill. It's a pretty good morning game drive. Patient. You have to keep driving around and talking to fellow guides, fellow drivers to see where something is, find where it is. And if all else fails, follow the game police, game wardens. They led us right to the lion kill. I want to see a crocodile. Field trip.
We arrived at the river and encountered a school field trip. It was funny that they were more interested in us than the hippos and crocodiles in the river below. We shared stories of our respective journeys to the Masai Mara and got a few pics before they had to get back on the bus.
So we came to a hippo pool, and you can only see like 4 or 5 of them, but one of them made a noise. They all came out and surfaced. There was about 20 to 30 that are in this pool right here.
It's in the Masai Mara where the vastness of the landscape really hit us, and where we realized we were just guests, invited into nature's home to witness its beauty and unpredictable wonders.
So we're right next to the Mara River, and across on the other side there's a giraffe having some lunch. And I'm a little nervous he's gonna fall in, but it's really awesome because there's the giraffe right there. Along the bank, we finally saw a crocodile, and there are tons of hippos.
So this is one of the major crossing points of the river where we see the wildebeest and all the animals that migrate north to south, south to north. You see the soft, shallow bank, easy to get up and over, easy to come down to the river. But crocodiles are lurking in here, hippopotamuses are lurking in here. Dangerous place if you're a wildebeest. This is why you don't leave your door open. Oh, here comes the war. Zumba. Drive is the last game drive here at Masai Mara. It is about 4:15 or so, and we've just driven probably about a half mile, 3/4 mile, see nothing. Stopped, talked to a few of the other drivers. They haven't seen anything, so we're gonna try a different direction and see if we can find anything down this way. It's no wonder it's hard to see stuff. The grass here is so tall. All the migratory animals will be heading this way over the next month or two and just eating this down, but right now it is super tall. A ranger spotted a rhino. We're trying to go see if we can find it. So it's just another day in the Mara when we see another big bunch of giraffe. So there's a whole thicket of trees, and we think that's where the rhino is. If I was a rhino, that's exactly where I would hide out too. So we haven't found a rhino yet, but we came across this small pool with 10 or so hippos in it, and they're just blowing bubbles and going down, coming back up again. It's pretty fun to watch. There might be lions up ahead. Everyone's stopping up here. So we've come across 4 other trucks here, and there is a lion in the thick grass, but we can't see it.
So is it more where that darker patch is out further, you think?
There's 2 groups, 2 couples.
So we had come across a couple lions that were in the deep, tall grass, kind of hard to see. Found out that they were mating, but then we found out that there was 2 more lions, so 4 lions total, and they're 2 couples. So they were both rolling around in the grass. I guess that's the animal kingdom for you.
As the sun set on our final night in the Masai Mara, we couldn't believe how lucky we had been. From the wildlife encounters to the local people we met, we have made so many unforgettable bucket list memories. And we are only 1/3 of the way through our trip. Up next, the Serengeti and the Ngorongoro crater.
They are my favorite now. Oh my god.
This blows it away.